In 2015, I was in one of the darkest places of my life. I could not see a way forward, and I didn't even recognize myself anymore. The only thing I could do was open my journal and write down one thing, just one thing that I was grateful for. Some days it was very basic, like a seat on the train or a latte. But taking that little moment to find a bit of light in the dark changed my life. Over time, it grew into a practice that shifted everything. And ultimately, it saved me. Today, I want to share why, no matter how lost you feel, you should always start with gratitude. Welcome back to Self Recentered. I'm your host, Anya Nova, and I am so fucking grateful that you're here. This podcast is about putting yourself first, detaching from whatever's draining you, and aligning with the most divine version of yourself. Before we dive in, let's take a mindful moment together. I want you to list 5 things you're grateful for right now. Write them down, say them out loud, or just think them quietly to yourself. I'll go first. Today, I am grateful for the sun shining, a day off from work, feeling healthy and strong, my loving support system, and the espresso that is bringing me back to life. Now it's your turn. Feel free to pause the audio here to take your time. Thank you so much for taking that moment with me. Now that we have recentered ourselves, let's begin. So, what exactly is gratitude? According to positivepsychology.com, gratitude is a sense of happiness and thankfulness in response to a fortunate happenstance or tangible gift. It can be a state, something you feel in the moment, or a trait, a way of seeing the world that becomes part of who you are. For me, it's both, but it wasn't always that way. Back in 2015, I didn't have big goals or visions. I didn't even have hope most days. I was stuck in survival mode. I was grieving the loss of my dad. I was trying to find my place in the world, navigating one of the hardest times of my life in one of the most overstimulating places, New York City. I don't know why I started doing it, but something told me to begin a journaling practice. I would sit or stand on the train, take out my little journal, and force myself to write down one thing I was grateful for each day. Things like coffee, the sun shining, my job. It wasn't about being profound. It was about training my mind to look for something, anything to keep going. And slowly, I started to see more because what you focus on expands. And not only did my focus expand, but so did the practice. What started as a list of a few things I was grateful for turned into me writing about my day, my experiences, and my emotions. It helped me to heal and to process. And I still do a version of this practice to this day. It's been over 10 years. My most prized possessions are my journals. It's so cool to look back and see all the ways I've changed and some of the ways that I have remained the same. All the growth and development, all the things that felt so significant that are now just a distant memory. I love that I have this deep connection to myself and my inner world over the last decade. Sometimes I read my old journals and I cringe. Like, what was I thinking? And other times I marvel at my younger self, how much wisdom I had at such a young age, and I get inspiration from it. I am so grateful that I started this practice of cultivating gratitude and for the way it has blossomed into something so beautiful. I am able to always return, even in my lowest moments. About a year ago, I started dealing with severe and chronic physical pain. I felt betrayed by my body, burnt out, drained. But again, I came back to gratitude. I learned to embrace the pain for what it was, a signal, awareness. And I was able to find gratitude for it and meaning behind it. Pain was not the enemy, it was actually doing me a favor and showing me ways that I can take care of myself more. And this practice of cultivating gratitude is not some toxic, positive, fake, good vibes only kind of thing. It is grounded. I feel so at peace knowing that no matter how hard or how dark things get, I can still find beauty anyway. Last summer, there was a day that I was praying and reflecting, and I suddenly felt this overwhelming feeling. Tears came to me as I had the realization that I am so lucky just simply to be alive and healthy. In the stillness of prayer and meditation, it hit me again. I am so fucking grateful for the people who love me, for the fact that I survived every hard thing, for the peace that I feel now, for my inner strength and resilience. Gratitude has been the thread connecting all my dark seasons to the light on the other side. I embrace the darkness just as much as the light because it helps me grow and expands my mind and perspective. You can't appreciate the light without the dark. One of my favorite TED Talks is by Louis Schwartzberg. I linked it in the show notes. Please go watch the full video if you can. It is absolutely stunningly beautiful. He does time lapse photography with flowers blooming and things shifting. And the video itself is so encapsulating of today's topic. I really strongly urge you to go check it out. One of my favorite quotes from the video is, "You think this is just another day in your life, but it's not. It's the one day that is given to you today. And the only appropriate response is gratefulness." That's what gratitude does. It makes you realize this very day, this very breath is a gift. So, what is a practical way to start cultivating gratitude? Write down 1 to 3 things that you're grateful for daily, even if they're small. You don't have to start a journaling practice like I did. You can put them in a note in your phone if you like. You can also text someone randomly and tell them something you genuinely appreciate about them. You can reframe one negative thought or experience into what you learned or can learn from it. You can say thank you out loud and more often to other people, to God, to life. And lastly, you can do something small each day to show yourself some appreciation. Before you go back to your day, I want you to do one thing, just one thing for yourself by yourself. No screens, no distractions. If you need some ideas, walk in silence, make a cup of tea and sip it slowly, dance to your favorite song, Write a letter to someone you care about. Paint, draw, color, or make a craft. Sit for a while and watch the sky or watch how the trees move. Just 20 minutes dedicated to yourself. That's it. You deserve it. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for showing up for yourself. And thank you, truly, from the bottom of my heart, for supporting this podcast. Until next time, stay centered, stay grateful, and take care of yourself. If this episode resonated with you and you would like to go a little deeper, I've opened a few spots for one-on-one coaching where we focus on reconnecting to yourself through practices like this. You can apply at the link in the description or email me at anya@selfrecentered.com. Also, I'm creating a free journaling guide to help you start or restart your gratitude practice. If you want it the second that it drops, please join my email list. The link is also in the show notes. Thank you. I love you. I'll see you in the next one.